All right, let's jump right into a topic that honestly impacts every single one of us: harassment. Our mission today is to get real about what it is so we can all be part of creating spaces where people feel safe and respected. Let's get started. It all boils down to this one question that can feel, well, a little fuzzy sometimes. You get that feeling in your gut that something isn't right, but you might ask yourself, when does this uncomfortable moment actually become harassment? That's the line we're here to draw clearly today. So, to get that clarity, we've got to start at square one. What are we actually talking about when we use the word harassment? Let's lay down a solid definition. Okay, here it is. Now, I want you to really focus on two key ideas here: unwelcome and hostile. It's not about what the other person intended to do, it's all about the impact it has on someone else. If the behavior isn't wanted and it makes the environment feel intimidating or offensive, boom, it's crossed the line. Now, in the eyes of the law, harassment usually breaks down into two big categories. First up, you have quid pro quo. That's just a fancy Latin phrase for this for that. Think of a manager hinting that a promotion depends on, well, doing them a favor. The other one is a hostile environment. This isn't just a single incident. It's when the behavior is so constant or so severe that it's like a poison in the air, creating a totally abusive atmosphere. This right here is where we bust some major myths. Let's hit two big ones. First, that classic excuse, "Oh, I was just joking." Yeah, that doesn't fly. Your intent doesn't matter if the impact was harmful. And second, this idea that only the person being targeted is the victim. Not sure at all. A hostile environment hurts everyone who has to be in it, even people just witnessing the behavior. Okay, so we've got the definitions down, but what does this stuff actually look like day to day? Let's move away from the textbook and into the real world. And here you go. Just look at the range. It can be super obvious, like unwanted physical contact, or it can be way more subtle, like someone intentionally making your job harder. And of course, it covers all the verbal stuff too, from so-called jokes to inappropriate comments about how someone looks. It's a whole spectrum of behavior that's just not okay. So you might be thinking, if this is all so wrong, why don't people just speak up right away? Well, this part is incredibly important. We have to have some empathy here and really understand the massive pressures that keep people from coming forward. Just take a second and read through these fears. It's not just about the incident itself, is it? It's about everything that could happen after. Will they believe me? Will I lose my job? Am I going to be seen as the person who can't take a joke? These fears are real and they are powerful. And this just hammers the point home. On top of all those other fears, people are terrified of being slapped with one of these labels. No one wants to be called a troublemaker or be dismissed as overly sensitive. These are weapons designed to keep people quiet, and far too often, they work. Okay, so we get the problem. We understand the fear. Now let's talk about the most crucial part. What are we going to do about it? This is where we make the shift from just watching things happen to actively being part of the solution. This is our playbook right here. Step one is what we're doing right now: understanding. From there, it's about keeping your eyes open, really looking at what's going on, and if it's safe, stepping up to confront the behavior. And it doesn't end there. It's about seeing it through to a resolution and, maybe most importantly, supporting the person who was harmed. So let's be crystal clear about this. Silence is the oxygen that harassment needs to survive and grow. The single most powerful thing we can do to stop it dead in its tracks is to speak out. Whether it's happening to you or you see it happening to someone else, your voice has incredible power. And the best way to handle a problem is to prevent it in the first place. This is about our everyday actions. It's about setting a respectful tone, pausing before we speak, and refusing to just laugh off an inappropriate comment. It's about building a culture where doing the right thing is the norm. Now, what each of us does as an individual is absolutely vital, but it becomes 100 times more effective when it's backed up by strong policies and laws that guarantee real accountability. This right here is the bedrock. A zero-tolerance policy can't just be some words in a handbook. It has to be a real, non-negotiable promise that says, we do not tolerate this behavior here, and if you cross this line, there will be serious consequences. Period. And we're not just talking about internal company rules. Governments around the globe have put serious legal muscle behind this. The laws you see here from Pakistan are a perfect example. They provide a strong legal shield for victims and spell out clear penalties for offenders, showing just how seriously this is taken at a national level. And when we talk about consequences, we mean it. This isn't a slap on the wrist. We're talking about years of prison time and huge fines. This is so important to understand. Harassment isn't just bad manners. In many cases, it is a serious crime. I really can't say this loudly enough. If something happens, you have to report it right away. Time is everything. It's critical for grabbing evidence like security footage, for protecting the victim from any more harm, and for stopping the situation from getting any worse. This quote, this is what it's all about. This is the goal. This should be the mission statement for every single team, every organization, every community. An environment where respect isn't just a poster on a wall, it's how everyone actually feels every day. So as we start to wrap this up, just let this thought sink in. Everything we do today, the way we carry ourselves, how aware we are, our choice to speak up, that's not just for today. We are literally building a safer, better tomorrow for everyone around us. So I want to leave you with one final thought to carry with you. It's not just about what you learned here. It's about what you're going to do with it. So ask yourself, what is one real, tangible action you can take this week to help build a safer, more respectful world for the people in your life? Thanks for joining me.